It's going down to the wire, isn't it? These two clowns are pretty much neck and neck. But you know what? This is what they asked for. This is what they asked for. An election where Hillary Rodham Clinton having a hard time struggling with a racist billionaire. Donald Trump for President of the United States of America. She's struggling with Donald Trump. You know what? I see a lot of things out there. I see a lot of people out there trying to shame progressives. A lot of people out there are a bit ticked off at you guys out there for voting your values over your fears. They're upset with you. They blaming you. They say you stole the vote from Hillary Rodham Clinton. Well, let me make one thing clear here. Hillary Rodham Clinton didn't lose a vote from me. She didn't lose a vote from you. You know why she didn't lose a vote from us? Because she never had it. She never had it. And if you guys got that much, if you guys really think progressives have that much power, then you better start taking us more seriously, then, don't you? Because what you guys did was gaslight us through the entire primary. You gaslight us the entire election. I don't know how this election is going to turn out. I don't know if it's going to be a Trump presidency or a Hillary presidency. But one thing for sure, the establishment has been put on notice. The establishment has been put on notice for rigging the primary. The establishment has been put on notice for ignoring the values of the American people. Hillary Rodham Clinton called you and I basement dwellers. She called you and I just people who just all believe in things that are unrealistic. Pipe dreams talk. That's what Hillary Rodham Clinton said. And now they out here mad at us, trying to shame us as if we owed them anything. We didn't owe you guys nothing. The establishment, the Democratic Party, has been put on notice. No more blindly supporting a party without any policies in return. It's over with, folks. It's over with. As Steve just said earlier, there's only one thing that's going to unite the Democratic Party, that's going to unite the left wing. That would have been a Jill Stein presidency or a Donald Trump presidency. If Donald Trump tries to take us to war, millions of people would take it to the streets. A lot of Hillary supporters would take it to the streets and try to block him every step of the way. If Hillary Rodham Clinton tries to take us to war, those same vote blue people who only do what they're told when it comes to Hillary Rodham Clinton will support her when she tries to take us to war. They will say things like, well, you know, she got a well thought out plan. We kind of got to do it. That's where we'll be at, folks. That's where we'll be at. That's where we'll be. What is going on here is a bunch of people fed up with being treated like a side piece. People are tired of being treated like a side piece. But you know what? We're being treated like a side piece because we don't make politicians earn our vote. We give up our vote with nothing in return. Now, the corporate millionaires and billionaires, the corporate donors that pay these politicians millions and billions of dollars, you think they give up their money without wanting any policy in return? Hell no. They don't give up their policy without wanting anything in return. So why don't you give up your vote without asking for anything in return? You're getting treated like side pieces. And then you out here mad and pissed off as if we owed you guys anything. We didn't owe you anything. We didn't owe you nothing. Hillary did not lose a vote from me because she never had it. You know what? I voted for Dr. Jill Stein today. And I'm going to sleep well tonight like a baby regardless of who wins. You guys out there that are saying that are blaming us and saying Trump's going to do this, Trump's going to do that, I guess you better take it to the streets with us and fight. You better unite with us. There's a place for you. There's been a place for you, but you ignored that place. Hillary could still pull it off. She could. Even if she did, guess what? We still need to unite. We got to fight regardless of what. But we know the vote blue Hillary Rodham Clinton parents are not going to fight her on anything. We know these things. And you better get serious about learning economics. You better get serious about learning economics because when you go and talk to your congressman, when you go and talk to your senator, and when you go and try to ask for policies, particular policies, and then when your congressman shuts you down and say that's nice, but we can't afford to pay for it, you better be able to learn to talk to them and tell them that we know that you're a nation that's monetary sovereign, and that we're the issue of our own currency, and that we're in debt denominated into our own currency. We know these things. We know these things that we're not broke, that we don't borrow money from China, that China only buys our bonds to stabilize their own currency. We know these things. You got to be able to tell these people you know these things, or they're going to snowball you every time. They're going to continue to snowball you. They've been snowballing us for decades. But right now, what's going on right now, the establishment has been sent a message. They've been put on notice. They've been put on notice that you guys aren't in charge. We are. The American people are tired of it. Find out why people are voting for Jill Stein, why people are voting for Gary Johnson, and even why people are voting for Donald Trump, because saying that they all racist is just not true. Those people are just fed up. I disagree with them for supporting Donald Trump, but they're fed up and frustrated and tired of the same old games in Washington. And until they see change, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. I don't care about you guys out there saying thanks Jill and thanks Gary. Like I said, they didn't own our vote. So the thing that really gets me is, you guys really think that we continue supposed to fight? We really supposed to continue to just support someone that don't represent us? You're gonna just blindly hand over your vote, decade after decade, election cycle after election cycle, and then complain when the policy that you want to see never come through. You got to take it to the streets, folks. You got to fight. You got to organize. November the 9th, the mission is the same. Regardless of who wins this presidency, November the 9th, the mission is the same. We're no longer interested in someone telling us that we're unrealistic or we should wait when it's our kids that are dying in the streets. We're no longer interested in someone telling us that we're unrealistic or we should wait when it's our kids that are undereducated. We're no longer interested in someone telling us that we are broke when we know that we are in debt denominated in our own currency, that we are the issue of our own currency, not the user. We know these things. Don't tell us that Social Security had to be cut, because we know that's not true. We know that every dollar spent into the economy is a new dollar. And every time that you guys tax us, it's deleted out of the system. We know that taxes don't fund federal spending. We know these things. So don't try to steamroll us anymore. It's time for universal health care. It's time for free college. Don't tell us that you can't afford it. We know we're in debt denominated in our own currency. Don't tell us that printing money would cause inflation. We know that when you have a trade deficit of $500 billion annually, and you have an economy with a lot of private debt, we know these things. We know that we can print as much money as you want until you fill those sector gaps. We know these things. Don't try to steamroll us. Don't try to gaslight us. It's over. You guys are on notice. The time for games is over. It's time that you guys take us serious. Because right now, we're going to demand change. We're going to demand change. Starting now, starting November 9th, and then on. Regardless of what candidate you are, regardless of how we feel about you, whether we like you or whatever, we're gonna hold you accountable. That's how this thing works. Regardless of your favorite politician, hold them accountable. That's how this works. Do not give them a pass. Never give them a pass. If you want to seriously build a revolution, if you're serious about building a revolution, we got to learn economics, folks. Economics is king. And what you see going on in the country right now is a frustration with Hillary Rodham Clinton and establishment politics. That's what you see going on. Now, we're not in the tank for Donald Trump. Let me be clear. But the reason we don't talk about Donald Trump is because he's only a distraction. And the Clinton campaign and those emails were on record saying that they wanted to prop up Donald Trump because they thought he would be a much easier candidate. Look what's going on now. If you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at Hillary Rodham Clinton. Not progressives. Not progressives. Listen to progressives. Listen to the issues that they care about. And then that's when we'll start making real change in this country. I'm Kendall Sullivan. I'm going to leave it there. Have a great night.